So, good morning everybody. Hello and welcome to the TGS. The Microsoft show should start soon. Should start soon. I'm still a little tired, still a little groggy. I was doing a lot of housework today, but we are here, we are on time. It should start in like 2 minutes, so let's hang out and vibe a little. Well, anything you guys are looking forward to seeing in the Microsoft one? I personally don't have any idea what Microsoft may or may not be doing here. Like, I think the Microsoft show was one that I was looking forward to, but I basically had no idea what to expect. I think that's the best way to put it. Also, tell me if the audio is too low or too high. We're streaming in the right category, right? Special events, yeah. I didn't find anything more fitting than special events for this, because that's what the TGS is categorized as itself, so I thought to myself, yeah, okay, you know what, let's stick with that. Let's stick with that. I don't know if you need another category for a restream. I was honestly considering adding to just chatting, but then I thought, no, let's stick with the program. If I'm doing it wrong, just let me know. I am not an expert at reactionary content, as you might be able to tell. I have not done this yet. But here we are. Have you guys watched any of the previous TGC shows you're at? This is the first one I am catching today. I know there were a couple of them in the middle of the night, but none that would interest me enough to stay up all night for them. So I prepared a couple of snacks, I prepared my tea, and now we wait. This is the English one? Wait, give me a second, I'm going to switch over to my BRB screen real quick. I think... Oh! Looks like we're starting, looks like we are starting. Okay, this might be a little loud for now, so give me 1 second. You know what, we're switching over to the English main channel and hoping that there will be a little more for us there. There we go. So, what do we have here? Japanese drumming. Ah, yes.
2022年の Xbox 新作タイトルとかけまして、水上機と書きます。その心はどちらも期待しかありません。はい、ということで、この映像をご覧の皆様、はじめまして、落語家の桂美穂と申します。いよいよ東京ゲームショー2022 Xbox ストリームが始まります。今回も注目情報を皆さんにお伝えしますので、ぜひ楽しんでいってください。
So are you telling me that Microsoft games are coming to Steam as well or not?
Konnichiwa, minasan. Xboxu no Phil desu. Hello, everyone.
Xboxu no Phil
desu.
desu.
Back at the Tokyo Game Show to share updates with our fans in Japan and across Asia, and to be able to meet.
So I'm not quite sure what to expect from this. So let's see.
This year is significant to us.
Which of the Japanese developers are we talking about, though?
Always provided an important way to connect, but especially over the last few years. Gaming brings people
okay, it's just a fluff piece right now, so I don't mind talking over it. Like, literally, he's just doing the usual, oh my god, we are bringing people closer together with games, yada yada. I don't know, it always rings very hollow coming from a rich corporate person. So yeah, I do not care. Also, it's pretty much the same thing every year.
TGS's hybrid event, which enables everyone to participate.
Okay, participation.
All of you have built TGS into one of the top gaming shows in the world.
I mean, that is true, I think. I think at this point, TGS is probably the biggest gaming show after Gamescom and E3. Is E3 even still something that you would consider big? Because, let's be honest,
we aspire to empower
let's be honest, it did kind of fall off over the last couple of years, right?
Anywhere they want. 1.7 billion people in Asia play games for entertainment, for community connection, to learn and to create.
Yeah,
That's
the
over
Chinese
half the
gaming
global
market
gaming
that they are all
population.
trying to market
We are
to.
committed to listening to our fans here in Japan.
Just for you guys to
and
understand
across
how
Asia.
big the Chinese
That
gaming
means
market is. I
continuously
think League of
focusing on
Legends
bringing
needs like
intentional,
3
inclusive
servers for the
practices to
entirety of
everything we do,
America,
and
including
building
North and
experiences
South
that will
America
delight
and
players.
Canada for League of
This
Legends.
year,
While I
we
think
have
in
welcomed
China
more
they need
players in
like
Japan and
17
Asia to
servers.
Xbox
That
community
alone
than
shows you
ever
how
before.
many big people are playing
We're
games in
incredibly
China.
thankful for everyone who has chosen to play with us. Xbox Cloud Gaming lets you play your games your way on practically any device. That means playing a Yuden Chronicle Rising on your phone while
I
you're
have
riding
no
your train at work.
Idea
and
what
coming
game
home
that
to
is,
play
but
Yakuza
yeah,
on your
sure.
console.
I do know this game.
We're
I do
also
know the
committed to making
Yakuza games. I
impactful
really like
gaming
Yakuza
content,
0.
allowing even more players to choose where and how they play. This generation, we're welcoming more new console players to Xbox than ever before in Asia. Largely
The
because
Asian
of
market
Series
is a
S,
market that
and more than
Microsoft had
half of
always
sales
had
have
problems
gone
getting
to
into.
first-time Xbox
Like,
owners.
Microsoft is
Players
at
can
its
enjoy
strongest
great
in
quality
America.
games across all
And it
genres,
does have its decent
including
foothold
games on
in
console,
Europe, even though,
PC, or
in my
cloud,
personal
and new
experience,
titles
way
from
more
Xbox
people
Game
own
Studios
Sony and
Bethesda
Nintendo consoles
the
in
same
Europe.
day they launch with Game Pass. But it's
I think
not
you can
just
definitely
about the
see
game.
why, because
We are
they're,
building the gaming
like
and
most
content
of
platform for the
Microsoft's
next
main
20
IPs
years.
these years are
We want to
shooters.
continue making Xbox the best value in gaming.
That's why the reason why
We've
I
worked
don't really
hard
care
to
much
make
about
sure
the
our
Xbox,
games are
because
available
most of the
however
big
you want to
IPs
play.
are shooters and everything
Choice
that's not a
is core
shooter
to
they
our
kind of
vision.
dropped over the years.
It's truly an
Which
honor
is
to be
insane because
here
I
today.
owned an original
And
Xbox
from
back in the day and I had a lot
everyone
of fun
at
with it.
Xbox, we
And
wish you
games
a
like
great
Viva
Tokyo
Pinata
Game
were
Show.
great. I still want to test Viva
Arigato
Pinata someday.
gozaimasu.
This game looks like
We
so much
hope you
fucking fun.
enjoy the show.
Okay, we are through the fluff piece. Oh, something new from Persona, alright. Is it Persona 5 Strikers? I really liked Persona 5. Persona 5 was one of the few games that I played through and immediately restarted because I had so much fun with it. Like, I can't say that about many games, and this is a very long game nonetheless. For those of you that have not played Persona 5 yet, I can really recommend it. It is a very good RPG. It's one of the only RPGs with the classic turn-based combat that I still enjoy these days. Oh, is there something new? I don't remember a Futaba with the extra stuff, with those tentacles. Yes, I do remember you. I do know there has been a Shin Megami Tensei on the Nintendo Switch. Was that one any good? Because I was curious about checking it out, but other games came up in the meantime, so I never got around to it. Okay, so Persona 5 for Game Pass, that's pretty cool. Especially since... Oh! And Persona 3 and 4! I do know a lot of people that really love Persona 3, so... Ooh, that could be interesting. Koei Tecmo. What did Koei Tecmo do again? And Team Ninja? Ah, okay, Neo. I was thinking, is this gonna be Neo or is that something else? Because I wasn't sure what the studio behind Neo was called. Because I think Tecmo Koei were the guys behind the Dynasty Warriors, right? Oh, are these the guys that are currently working on the Sun Wukong game?
本作にとってダークな世界観は強
The
大な
Dark
敵や厳
World
しい
makes it
環
easier
境
to battle
を
powerful enemies in harsh
作成
environments,
する
alright? I mean, I'm always there for a good Asian setting. I really love an Asian setting full of creatures out of Japanese or Chinese or Korean mythology. Because it's so vastly different to what you're used to from Western mythology. I am just so tired of seeing the classic goblins and dragons and trolls. Like, I don't dislike them, but I'm just tired of them.
本作のバトルの特徴は中国武術
Okay.
らしい流霊で
Okay, this looks a little Souls-like to say the least.
流れの中で攻撃と
But
防
that's
御
not
が入れ替わる
necessarily a
敵です
bad thing.
死と
It looks
隣り合わせ
faster than your average Souls game,
そうした
but it does give off the
緊張感
vibe.
が共存
I
す
mean,
る
I guess
ような感覚
Neo
を目指
did
してい
give
ま
off
す
the vibe as well. Neo was very close to be a game that I would have been able to love. Very close. It fell off. It did fell off. Because you need to grind for healing items, and I just hate games where you need to grind healing items. I would still say that's one of the biggest flaws of Bloodborne. Even though I love Bloodborne. Oh yes, the green hair, as were classic in the Han Dynasty era. Okay, online play. I mean, makes sense. If you are enabling online play, you do want kind of a character creation. Okay. I'm not quite sure how much I'm gonna believe you if you're saying that the historical situation. Like, I do remember people talking about a very accurate historic representation when they showed a giant enemy crab as well. I'm pretty sure people in the olden days could not just jump 6 feet high. It's looking good though, like I'm poking fun at it, but this is looking like a good game that I might be interested in. I do like the Souls-like base formula, even though I don't like the core Souls series. I did love Elden Ring and Bloodborne. Ah yes, an overwhelming sense of pride and accomplishment. I would like to see a little more actual gameplay. The thing I'm most interested in is of course the healing system. I really hope that they're not making you grind for healing items like Neo did. There's magic, alright. I wonder what kind of weapons there will be. Would be nice if there was a Naginata. I like Naginatas. I kind of doubt that they're gonna give me a hammer in an Asian setting. Big moral boost, fair enough. Oh no, dramatic music! Drama is about to happen. Okay, there's a dragon. Well, kind of a dragon. I will assume that's supposed to be a dragon, even though it doesn't really have the usual head shape of a dragon. Wulong, Fallen Dynasty. And it's gonna come to Xbox Game Pass, so alright. Honestly, that one looks good. Haven't heard about that game yet, but it did look interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the Wukong game. We might see more of the Wukong game now that I think about it. That's the thing about the Microsoft show. You can never really expect anything specific from a Microsoft show, because every studio might present their shit at a Microsoft show, as long as... Oh, okay, that was cute. That's cute. I like cute little creatures. Oh, that's... Oh, no, that's not... What's it called? It's from the creators of Craftopia. That's the creature collector I'm looking forward to. Oh, god damn it. What's it called? Show me more. Wait, Capcom? Oh. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that we're seeing Exoprimal here, considering that Capcom does have its own presentation in a couple of hours.
Island's been sealed up for 3 years, and Ibius won't own up to Leviathan's malfunction?
Can you address the reports of exofighter patrols on the island?
I'm still not sure what to think of that game, if I'm completely honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I like dinos, I like mechs. You're combining two things that I really enjoy there. But are the dinos going to feel like actual dinos? Are they going to feel like a horde of zombies? I think that's gonna be an important thing.
1 minute they could be helping you, the next minute they're shooting you in the back.
I mean, right now she's shooting me in the front, so... Not quite.
You need to keep fighting until we can...
Have I seen this AI thing before, or does it just look like a generic AI thing?
Back in time for these bloody war games.
Like it or not, the exosuit's keeping Ace alive out there.
But the more we use it, the more it helps Leviathan.
That's a lot of dinos.
Well, that's
Also is... Let me see. Okay, I am actually streaming on Source, so...
Prepare for dimensional integration in 10 minutes.
You stay alive, man.
Okay. Let's just hope it does not end up like Anthem. Ooh, is it an Allosaurus? I know that dinosaur, even though I do not quite remember its name. Okay, you're fighting mechs as well, not just dinos.
All for the perfect soul.
Wait, what? Perfect soul?
More than that.
But at least do me the courtesy of looking me in the face whilst you do it.
Exoprimal is still a game where I'm not sure. Should I be excited about it or not? I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh! Something new from BlazBlue! Alright. Oh god, the cross tag battle thingy. Alright, I'm immediately less excited. Also, while I do love BlazBlue, they really need to update their visuals. Like, I don't expect them to look gorgeous, but I think that this is still looking like it's playing on an arcade cabinet, the pixelated one, is kind of even though I do actually enjoy BlazBlue a lot. BlazBlue always had such a great story mode. Also, weren't there characters from Red, RWBY, however you say it in English? In German you just say RBBY. Red, white, black and yellow, yeah. W is such a weird letter to pronounce. Like seriously, the www at the beginning of a website, in German you just say www. That's way faster than www. W is longer to say than most actual words. I mean, it does seem to have quite a big roster, even though apparently there's only a single girl from Arcana Hearts there. And it's not the one with the hand-drawn familiar, so... Spring 2023, Xbox Game Pass. Hey, everything's coming to Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is a very good deal. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking cel shading in a fighting game. Guilty Gear does look good, even though the frame rate is trash. Like, they could double that frame rate and it would probably still be too little for my taste. Ah, this game has such good music. Guilty Gear is an interesting one. The problem is, these days I do have hard times getting into beat-em-ups really. Mostly because the thing about beat-em-ups is you need a lot of time to learn character controls. And I'm someone who likes jumping between... Oh, wait. Oh, fucking hell. Yet another Skyrim? Bethesda, we had way too much Skyrim already. Ugh. At this point, I think they sold Skyrim more separate times than they sold the entire library of other games over their entire existence. Jesus Christ. I don't care for Skyrim in the year 2022 anymore, Bethesda. I'm honestly surprised that apparently it still sells because they keep doing it, so I'll just assume it keeps selling. But Jesus Christ. Excited for Skyrim, the hard pass lady. Sorry to inform you, but I do find it very difficult to get even an ounce of excitement for... Okay, now I'm excited. Now that Bethesda's over, I can be excited again. Is this Naraka Blade Point? Or is it something else? Yeah, it's Naraka Blade Point. I am curious about Naraka Blade Point. It being a battle royale with melee focus does make it quite interesting. Because I do like the concept of battle royales, but I'm not too big on shooters. But this campaign mode... Oh, apparently there is already a campaign mode with one chapter, alright. Okay. Quite frankly, this doesn't look bad. I should probably check out this Naraka game I keep hearing about. Like, the combat actually looks fun in this. I think it costs like 20 bucks or something like that. Yushan ruins new era. Okay, why do you ruin it, huh? Why did you have to ruin it? I think I know you, Sarah, right? You seem familiar.
Japan is truly an iconic leader in the gaming industry, and for many, the heartbeat of the gaming world.
Maybe I've seen you at one of those representations. Why do I always say representations? Presentations.
Gaming family. You asked that Xbox feature more games from creators here in Japan, and we listened.
I mean, that does make sense for the Tokyo Game Show. It would be kind of awkward if the majority of games at the Tokyo Game Show were not from Asian countries.
Koei Tecmo, Konami, Sega, and Square Enix.
Okay, so apparently we're getting a little bit of X everything today. Did they say Capcom? Yeah, they did have to say Capcom. After all, we have seen Exoprimal already.
Every genre are seeing success. We're honored that thousands of games are powered by Azure, and our Azure gaming business in Asia has nearly doubled over the last year.
I have no idea what the Azure gaming business is. Oh yes, show me more Pal World.
Has been instrumental to
okay, I saw a turn-based tactics game there. That's also interesting. Okay, yeah, that is. You are winning me over there, Xbox Game Conference. I'm seeing a lot of interesting games there.
These teams have already released more than 150 games.
I'm so hyped for Pal. Pal World is probably one of my most anticipated games at this game. Oh, this recently released. The game with the storybook did recently come out. I think it had decent reviews. I do wonder if I should check it out.
We love that the most iconic franchises and independent developers can all find success on Game Pass. Today, you will see upcoming games, including titles from
Game Pass is literally a good deal.
And I know you're gonna love them.
I think they did try to double its price at some point, which was a shitty move, and I think they backpedaled pretty hard on that one. But other than that, being able to play so many big games day one is a big thing. The only problem I have with Game Pass is that usually I get it, play a little bit of it for like half a week, and then go back to my Steam library. That's the problem. I know that's entirely my own fault there, so I'm not blaming the Game Pass for it, but that's just why I suck at using it. Even though I do occasionally get it. Okay. Oh, a new Ni no Kuni thing! Or maybe an old Ni no Kuni thing. I'm just gonna assume that you're just getting Ni no Kuni on the Game Pass there. Pretty sure that's what's happening here. Because these are scenes from old Ni no Kuni games, and I'll just assume both Ni no Kunis are going to join. Yeah, this joins the Xbox, there we go. Part 1 and Part 2. Ni no Kuni was technically a creature collector as well, so I should be excited about this. Oh, a remastered version. I think I just didn't vibe as much with the creature designs there. But it's good. I think Ni no Kuni had a decent fanbase, so that's pretty good for everyone. Was it possible to play Ni no Kuni on computer before? I think Ni no Kuni is on the Switch. What the fuck did I just see? Yeah. Chill, lady. I think I'm more interested in the sequel. The sequel looks so pretty. There have been some huge improvements in terms of cell shading over the last couple of years. Which is good, because cell shading was due some long overdue some improvements for a while. Like, I do remember that cell shading basically didn't change anything since the PlayStation 2 era, until we finally reached a changing point like 5 years ago. Danganronpa! Oh! I think my girlfriend would probably love the Danganronpa series. I think the Danganronpa series is probably something that everyone that also enjoys Ace Attorney games can get into. Ace Attorney games that are a little more gruesome. What the fuck just happened? I did watch the Danganronpa anime back in the day. I don't know if that's a good representation. Alright. I think all the Danganronpa games are basically standalones, right? Like, you don't have to I don't know, have to play through any of them in a certain order. You can just pick up whatever you are interested in and go for it. Oh no, female and male are arguing! It sure as hell is not easy. And even more for Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is just becoming a more and more better thing. Is that Overwatch? No, for a second I thought it was... No, that is Bastion, so it is Overwatch. I do have a very hard time to care about Overwatch. Overwatch was a game that towards the end of my playtime with it, I literally just hated the game so much that I actually got stomach aches every single time that I tried to play it. And it didn't help that Activision Blizzard turned into the shittest of all the game companies. Like seriously, it's very hard to go up against Activision Blizzard in terms of shittiness these days. Even EA would have a hard time there. The only thing that could probably do that would be Konami, but is Konami even really a game company at this point? It's mostly a producer of gambling machines, isn't it? Another thing that's a problem with Overwatch 2 in my opinion is Overwatch 2 doesn't seem to be necessary. Like, this game looks basically the same as far as I can tell. All the old maps have been basically untouched except for a day and night shift. There's very little actually new content. You could have easily just turned that into a DLC or so for base Overwatch. You didn't want to do that because nobody would have bought it then, but it doesn't look like it's anything other than a DLC. Wait, free to play? I guess you're turning it to be into a free to play game. Wait, wasn't there something that you have to unlock the heroes now? Is that what they mean by the... Are they going to produce it free to play? Okay, yeah, it is actually going free to play. I mean, I guess it is a smart move because I don't think they could have gotten anyone to actually buy Overwatch 2. Well, not anyone, but very few people. But the fact that they're going free to play makes me even more worried about their business model. Because, see, that's the thing. Free-to-plays do have a tendency to have very shitty business models. I think I can count the number of free-to-play games that are not shit in terms of their microtransactions and stuff like that on one hand. That would be Super Autopads. I think Dauntless would probably get a pass as well. Honestly, I can give it to Fortnite as well. Okay, what do we have here? Dramatic music is playing, alright. I don't quite know what I'm looking at. Yes, epic storyline with over 100 heroes, alright. Okay, so you've got a lot of heroes, but do you have quality heroes? You have a furry there, you are getting something in for the furry community, that's good for the furry community. Also, it's good for you because the furry community does have big money. The art style is alright. It's not really getting my blood pumping, but it's not necessarily bad. But I did definitely see more stylized pixel art styles. So far, the lack of an voiceover is kind of jarring here, because right now it doesn't really feel like much is happening. Yes, there's action going on, but I really don't know anything about this game. The only thing you informed me about is that there are apparently 100 heroes. That was a bad trailer. If a trailer leaves me with more questions than answers, that is a bad trailer. I mean, if the questions are exciting questions, then maybe, but this... yeah, okay, sorry, but I don't know about that one, Chief. See, this entire 100 hero thing, if you turn this into a turn-based tactics game or some other form of strategy game where you have teams and so, it would make a little more sense to me, but seeing that it seems to have classic RPG combat, I'm not sure about that.
戦う仲間になるのかも大きな楽しみの一つ
And
にな
their
ると思います。
creeds. What's a creed?
村山さんの描く
Is it something like a guild?
いろいろな立場の
Oh well, I'm just going to eat some sweets while they are explaining things. I'm just worried that if you're trying to sell me 100 heroes, that we're going to end up with fucking Octopath Traveler. We have, oh my god, 8 important characters, and then basically they just live next to each other without ever really interacting in any meaningful way.
いろいろな目的や立場があって、彼らもプレイヤブルにすることで、プレイヤーの意思でスポットを当てられるのがゲームの醍醐味だからです。たくさんいると作るのも大変なんですけど。
今はまだ気に入っている特定のキャラクターっていうのはないんです。どのキャラクターもそれぞれの魅力が出るようにと今は絵を描いて魂を入れている状態なんですね。で、遊ぶ段階になって、
I don't know.
一プレイヤーとして遊ぶことで
Maybe if I see more of the actual gameplay, or maybe it's explained a little more why I should care about the fact that there are 100 heroes, but right now, they're just tossing a number around. And numbers don't get me excited. It's like, oh my god, see how many square kilometers this game has. And it's like, okay, and what did you fill those square kilometers with? Alright, popularity contest? Wait, what? What do you mean the number 1 or 2 are going into the game? Do you mean you just develop 100 characters and only 2 of them are actually going to get used for the game? What the fuck are you talking about? What kind of game is this? That is very true. I don't know. RPGs are, as long as you're not an established studio already, RPGs can be a very bad idea, just because they take so much time to develop. Then again, nobody tells you that an RPG has to be that long. I think somebody should probably just try, make a short like 10 to 20 hour, well, let's even say 10 to 15 hour indie RPG and see how it goes. Like, I think a lot of people consider RPGs to be too long, even. Oh, okay. Harness the power of the stars! Alright. I'm hip, I'm with it. We are building shit here, okay. This kind of reminds me of Planetary Annihilation. Is this Planetary Annihilation? Because in terms of scale, it sure looks like Planetary Annihilation. Alright, I mean, it looks interesting, but I would like to see more gameplay. Is it a solar farm or something like that? Dyson Sphere program. Okay, and well, no, wait, now that I think about it. Was Horizon 5 the one that looked a little bit like Mario Kart? Because I'm not big on cards. But if it's in Game Pass anyway and it looks at least a little bit fun, we might check it out. The music do be bopping. But it's just a racing thing. I don't know. I can't get excited about cars. Can you get excited about cars? There were like 2 racing games that I ever really enjoyed. Those being the Mario Kart series and Split Second. And I hate that Split Second never got a sequel. Yes, Power World! Alright, now we are hyped. This is what we're here for. Okay, show me more about Power World. Show me a release date. I like a lot of the designs in Power World, like Jesus Christ. I'm not big on shooters, but Power World does look hella fun. I'm definitely going to play this, and I'm definitely going to stream this. I don't know, there are just so many interesting ideas at work here. Okay, there are a lot of new things that I haven't seen before yet in terms of the creatures. I do know the Sky Whale, I do like the Sky Whale. I don't know if we can actually capture the Sky Whale, but I will sure as hell try. Yes, big thing. I just love how brutal and yet cute this game can be. Okay, Azuro, alright. Dragos Trophy, what a name. Sibylix. I think my girlfriend's gonna like Sibylix. Oh, this kind of really looks like Luxtra. Okay, I think my girlfriend's gonna love that. Oh, we are mining! Hilarious. Okay, apparently they're showing off a lot of bosses today. Yes! Okay, there's a lot of new things. And Anubis! Was Anubis sexy? I didn't quite see. But I do have a feeling that they're trying to make Anubis sexy. And do we have a launch date? Ah! I was so hoping that they would finally have a launch date for that one. I'm so fucking hyped for Paul World. I really want that game. Yes, please take your time to develop it, but I'm very much... That's probably one of my most anticipated games right now. I think the only game I'm more excited for at this moment would be Silksong. But other than that, Paul World is probably number 2 on my personal list. Ah yes, an Assassin's Creed game. One of those franchises where you cannot be sure that the developer is not just going to take your game away at some point. Honestly, who would ever buy an Assassin's Creed game? I mean, you don't have to buy it if you're playing it with the Xbox Game Pass. But who would buy an Assassin's Creed game ever since Ubisoft pulled that shitty move where they literally removed it from players' libraries? Players that literally bought it just 2 weeks back after they put it on sale without any kind of warning. Ooh, okay, I see tanks. I'm interested. We are looking at turn-based tactics, I think. And we're playing mice, apparently. I think I've seen this game already, and it did look interesting enough, even though I'm not quite at the point where I say, I gotta play it, like I do with Power World. A very angrily, very little boy. Okay, gotcha. I mean, I'm here for it. Fuga 2. Wait, there was a Fuga 1? And I guess that is Fuga 1. I guess that answers the question of Fuga 1. Ah, Deathloop. Wait, was Deathloop the boring one or the good one? Ah, the boring one. Gotcha. I mean, at least it didn't look all that interesting to me. Maybe someone else would disagree, but considering the fact that Deathloop just happened and then disappeared, I will just assume most people kind of forgot about this game. At least it's the first time that I ever hear anyone mentioning Deathloop ever since like 2 weeks after launch, or maybe even just 1 week after launch. Okay, today's the day. The day for what? More than 300 top prizes? Okay, you do need to leave the text up on screen a little longer. I'm not the fastest reader, I would know, but come on. I don't think that anyone could have read that. I don't know, Deathloop. It had a couple of interesting things, but ultimately it looked more like gimmicks for the most part. I don't know, maybe I'm too harsh on the game. I haven't played it, but I also have no interest in ever playing it. As I already established, I'm not big on shooters, so maybe me criticizing it is a little unfair. Well, he did fly. Okay. This trailer is way too long for basically nothing happening there. Oh yes, we're just showing off abilities, but come on. Give me a little more than that. Ah, Japanese music is playing now. Nice, nice. We are at the Tokyo Game Show after all. The Endless Loop. Ah, yes. Ah, the plan can't fail. The plan can't fail if you do not have a plan in the first place. I think I'm gonna sit down again. And once again, a game for Game Pass. Always good when a game's getting the Game Pass addendum. Now that I think about it, I think Viva Pinata should be in the Game Pass as well. So maybe, baby.
皆さんこんにちは。
Once I'm done with my current collection, maybe we're just going to get 1 month worth of Game Pass, another chance, and let's see what happens.
Believe me, it wasn't easy.
Because there are definitely enough games in it now that I'm curious about. Paul World I will not play via Game Pass. Paul World will probably end up in a similar fashion in Monster Sanctuary, where I will play the game so much that it's cheaper to get it full price than just stay subscribed for Game Pass. No, literally, that's how Monster Sanctuary was for me. I originally tested it out in the Game Pass, then it was the only game I kept subscribing for Game Pass. I kept my Game Pass subscription for, and then ultimately I bought it on Steam again, and on Switch again.
Including accessibility options, a sweet photo mode.
Ah, not just a salty or sour photo mode, a sweet photo mode, you'd say.
That includes a new weapon, new enemies, new upgrades.
Okay. Okay, we've heard enough about Deathloop, please go back to the interesting indie games, alright?
And we really hope that you will enjoy.
How long is the Microsoft conference today? I just assumed it would last for 1 hour, but I don't actually know for sure. Oh, I think we are wrapping this up. Yeah, this looks like we're wrapping up. Yeah, there are still a couple of days left. Oh, okay, something Final Fantasy apparently. Okay, we're not wrapping up after all. We keep going. We do keep going. What? What's the Darksider? Oh, wait. Amazing Cultivation Simulator. Oh my god, I saw a little cute panda. That's nice. Could you give me the names of a couple of these games? Because these things actually do look interesting. Could you have focused more on these things? Rather than Deathloop for like 5 minutes straight. Ah, yes, the JoJo fighting game. I know a lot of people that are excited for that. Oh, what the fuck? Ghost Lore, what a name. The Legend of Tian Ding. Okay. Is this a fighting game? What kind of game is this? Miasma Chronicles. See, that's the problem. When they're going through these the games, that's what... Oh, Slime Rancher 2. My girlfriend is so excited for it. Best Final Fantasy game, Crisis Core. Ah, gotcha. And hello, Kuro. How are you doing? Enjoying the Tokyo Games show so far? Oh god, fucking Sonic Frontiers. The poor little Sonic fandom. Lightyear Frontier. Oh, I did hear about that one. We can build your mech out of different materials. That could be good, but maybe it is putting too much weight on its one little gimmick there. We'll see. And what's that? Oh, is that the new game from the Yakuza developers? The people there looked kind of like they were from Yakuza. That's one of them actually I'm hyped about. A Yakuza style game in old Japan, that would be quite exciting. And looks like we are done. Looks like we are done. Alright then, let's wrap up. Let's wrap this up for now because, yeah, we are just done here. Alright, so that was the Microsoft show. There were a couple of things that, honestly, quite a few things that I was excited for. Like, this new Asian Souls-like game was pretty hype. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. I would like to see a little more gameplay from that. That's for sure. Then Pal World is something I was hyped for before the showcase even began. So I'm just hoping that Pal World will finally get an announced date at some point. But then again, I guess it's better if they don't announce it too early. They should rather have it at a point where they can announce it and feel comfortable about the announcement. They showed a lot of new creatures and all of them looked good. So I'm hyped for that. Was there anything else? There were a couple more exciting things, but I can't think of anything else from the top of my head. The new BlazBlue game, or rather the port of the BlazBlue game. A lot of those things were ports from older games to Game Pass, which is not bad. Like Persona 5 for Game Pass is quite hype. Persona 5 is an amazing game. But yeah, Primal, and I will just assume that we are going to hear more from Exoprimal once the Capcom showcase starts. I was surprised that they showed something from Capcom, considering that Capcom has its own showcase in like, what, 4 hours, little more than 4 hours. We are going to restream the Capcom showcase as well, and I think that's all that we're going to really restream from the Tokyo Game Show. Like, I wanted to see the Microsoft one, and I wanted to see the one from from Capcom. I think the Square Enix one could have been interesting as well, but if I'm not mistaken, that one is like at 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I am not willing to get up that early for it. I am very sorry, but I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch the fucking Square Enix presentation. Why do I always say representation instead of presentation today? I do not know. But okay, let's wrap this up for now. As we already said, I will be back in like 4 or 5 hours. No, wait, 3 or 4 hours? Let me see real quick. Square's tomorrow at... Okay, if Square's tomorrow at 3, we might watch it. I think I'll have to decide that more or less spontaneously. Yeah, let's make a spontaneous decision about that. 1 hour after Konami. Ah, yes, Konami. Okay, you know what? You have me excited now. Not really because I'm looking forward to anything Konami does. Mostly because I want to know what the fuck Konami intends to do. Like, does Konami even remember how to do games? Does it? Because I honestly don't think it does. It might have forgotten, it's been a while. But anyway, we will be back for the Capcom showcase in a couple of hours. And until then, see you later. Bye!